I sometimes crave an escape from the urban jungle. And believe it or not, Kuala Lumpur has some really beautiful parks and landscapes. Taman Rimba Kiara is one of them. Taman Rimba Kiara is a place that was nearly lost to so-called development in the years past. It didn't happen. And today I want to introduce you this beautiful piece of land, of greenery to you. At the day of my recording, music pumped loudly at the entrance of the park. I left it in because, hey, it shows kind of the conflict between nature and human population in our activities. It was really loud, but lucky to me the sound faded away as I moved further away from the entrance of the park. It's a nice little walk already from the parking lot to the entrance. But I can't show it all to you because the music just followed me all the way. And here's a recording recorded a couple of days earlier, which shows you how peaceful and quiet it is when there's no music around. I wonder what the animals living in this park think about us humans and our activities. My tour of the park always starts in the middle where there's a beautiful lake. Taman Rimba Kiara. It's beautiful, it's quiet actually, and it's just nice to absorb the total energy here from the place around here. See some little doggies in the area trying to find their food. There's a whole bunch of doggies around here and actually quite cute, playing around. It's just nice to be here. I'm slightly later than usually in this park, but it's nice to feel the energy of nature around, the quietness, the birds around us. Some people do the exercises here in the morning time, meditation, yoga, absorbing the energy of this beautiful environment. I'm going to show you around the whole park and how beautiful it is, the whole trees, the beautiful trees of Malaysia. Not that I would know the individual species, but it's just beautiful to just be away from the bustle of the city, enjoying nature. And I believe you need to have that every now and then, at least, to get away from that bustle, to absorb nature's energy, the silence, the quietness, listening to the sound of birds. And only in the distance you hear cars driving by. When cars drive by, somehow it feels like they're disturbing the quietness of the peace that exists in the park here. People coming together, doing the exercises, doing whatever they're doing to absorb energy and joy, even cleaning the park, as you could just see the lady doing it from the rain that was heavy last night. There's another doggy running around. There are many doggies around here. Oi! He don't want to disturb you, huh? He don't want to disturb you. Maybe you just want to play with me or show me something. I have no idea what you're going to tell me. Oh, there's somebody else that belongs to you running together. Are you playing together, little ones? It's quite sad to see that there's so many dogs and even cats alone in Malaysia, abandoned partially. They're leaving the dogs behind, leaving them alone. Of course, well, I don't know if they're just playful or if they're not playful. It's always better to stay away, especially if they're alone for a long time. Area where the forest is still thick. Now, guys, the park is not so thick, but there's so many trees around here. The air roots hanging down. Got splashed with water right now. Look at that tree. Isn't it a beautiful tree? This tree is so fantastic. So beautiful to see. It's like being far away from civilization, while in fact TDDI, Taman Dr. Ismail, is just about 300 to 400 meters away only. I saw some, oh, there's a monkey. There must be another one. There it is. Two of them. Kind of big, huh? There's another tree shaking. Not sure if you can see it on the video. There's a more. Here is the area of the monkeys. There's a baby most likely running. Oh no, that's a squirrel. Oi, there's a huge one jumping around. What a beautiful park. The park has a little lake around it. I want to bring you there right now. This, I think, I don't know if it's a natural little lake or not. I don't know. It's just beautiful. So you can see a whole impression of the park. A friend of mine visited me once from Germany, and he said, like, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur is so green compared to cities in the Western world, which I think is very true. And there are pressures in a bustling city like Kuala Lumpur. Nature is important. Last week I was in a different park in Kuala Lumpur. Actually I couldn't go there because the parking lots around the park were packed totally. I took 3 rounds to find a spot for me. I had to go back because it was just so, there was no spot to park. Which shows that nature, parks, greenery are in demand in Kuala Lumpur, and possibly there are not enough around to cater to the demand of the population of Kuala Lumpur to enjoy the greenery over the weekend time, holidays, or whenever possible. Let's go to this side now. And really it rained heavily. Last night I slept deeply, had a good sleep. It's nice to hear the birds, isn't it? Beauty of this tree, how it's grown. Holding on to each other in this beautiful environment. There's so many angles I could take to show you this park. Every part of it, different angles. Just beautiful to be here. Here now for you, to show you this part where I'm walking. Any of you recognize the sound of the bird? There it is sitting, oh, it just flew away. There's the sun coming up. Nothing nicer than to see the early sunshine, sun rays breaking through the clouds. As I walk the pathway here, I'm hitting a small lake where I saw people fishing. Morning. And Malaysians are nice enough to say hello to each other oftentimes, greeting each other, saying good morning, like this nice gentleman here right now did to me. So here's the little lake I was just talking about. Nice, isn't it? Let's go a bit closer without hopefully me stumbling. Oh, the grass feels soft. under my feet. Ui, and there was a spider web. Somehow I destroyed Mr. Spider's overnight work. There was not a big spider net, so I'm okay. It's just wonderful. And here people walking again, doing the exercises, and I gotta watch the puddles that I'm not getting wet early in the morning. Wear sports shoes. As I continue walking through the park, I realize more and more people are coming already, doing their morning activities. Whether they are kids, young adults, teenagers, early morning playing football, enjoying themselves on the field. Maybe you see the news, the next Messi, Ronaldo coming up here right now. I'm not sure if you can call it a river or something like this, but there is something like a river down here. Hopefully it's not just garbage river. Gotta check on the map later. I believe you can see this right now. Doesn't look very nice, but it gives a very romantic sound, feeling of real close nature. But looking down here, you can see how dirty it actually is as water. But the sound of water, the sound of the birds, nature, beautiful. Here's now the place where all the people do their exercises in the morning time. I see them many times here. We now go around the lake to show you the environment, the spaces, the pathway around the lake and what's possible to see as I walk around the lake. Here the glimpse onto the lake from between the trees. Malaysia is a tropical country and I can feel the humidity inside my body. But due to the nature around me, it just doesn't feel that bad. It feels more comfortable to sweat in nature than to sweat when I'm on the streets somewhere. Now here you can see the lake. Located in front of those buildings, which are office buildings, I believe, and some residential areas. Let us scan across now here. Well, can see more stuff on the other side. So it's possible to spend many hours here in the park. So I think I showed you nearly everything of the park, or possibly everything there to see. And a good walk through the park, a good time in the park is always followed by a wonderful breakfast in one of the restaurants nearby Taman Rimba. The place we went to is called Restaurant Yal, authentic Sri Lankan cuisine. They have got an awesome breakfast menu. I always enjoy my tosi there. And they got a kind of coconut sambal that you sprinkle on the tosi, which enhances its taste dramatically. And the coffee is just from out of the world. And look at that little food truck. It's such a beautiful thing, isn't it? Look at the text. It's called Jaina Food Truckie. Inshallah Sedap. Yummers. For sure, next time I'm gonna try something here. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, terima kasih, jumpa lagi, and bye-bye.